Entitlement reaches all walks of life, as you'll find out in this episode of Entitled People. Our first one is from Muted Vanilla. This is happening right now, and I'm honestly still trying to wrap my head around it. I'm a 26-year-old woman sharing a 2-bedroom apartment with my roommate Leah, who is 28. We've lived here for about 5 months now. The arrangements have been quite straightforward. We each have our own bedroom, we split rent evenly, and we generally keep to ourselves. I work remotely, so I've set up a small desk and monitor in my bedroom to serve as my home office. It's not a huge space, but it's enough for my needs. About a month ago, Leah found out she was pregnant. I congratulated her and assumed she had a plan in place for whatever adjustments she needed to make. I was so wrong. Last week, she asked to have a serious talk and told me she had decided that she needed the entire apartment to herself. Her reasoning was that once the baby's born, it will be too stressful and cramped to share the space with another adult. She said she wanted to turn the second bedroom, which was my bedroom, into a nursery, and she thought I should start looking for a new place soon. I reminded her that we are both on the lease and that I have no intention of moving out. I had no prior plans of doing that, and getting an urgent apartment in my state was a hassle. I pay my share of the rent and bills, and I rely on this space to do my job. Her pregnancy, while important to her, does not give her the right to kick me out or repurpose my space for her convenience. She didn't take that well. She insisted that I was being inflexible and unsupportive, saying it was unfair for a newborn to be crammed into her room while there was another perfectly good bedroom in the apartment. She argued that, as someone without children, I should be more compassionate and understanding of her situation. Since then, Leah's become increasingly passive-aggressive. She slams doors, mutters comments under her breath, and frequently makes remarks about how some people only care about themselves. She keeps suggesting that I should do the right thing and make space for the baby, as though her personal life choices somehow outweigh the legal agreement we both signed. I've already contacted our landlord to make sure my rights are protected in case she tries anything sneaky. I'm not going anywhere. Leah is the one who chose to have a baby mid-lease with no real plan in place. That's not my responsibility to fix, and I'm not giving up my home because she failed to think things through. If she wants more space, she can find another apartment. I'll gladly help her pack. The fact that entitled Leah has made her own life choices but assumes that other people also need to pay for those life choices, in this case giving up a room and moving out, that's not how life works. But then again, there's always going to be those entitled people that assume the world needs to bend to them. This next one is by Peachy Cream Dream. I am 25 female and I bought my own 3-bedroom house last year after working full-time and saving up, which was a huge deal for me. 1 room's mine, 1 is my study, and the 3rd is a guest room, which was for actual guests, like people who would stay a weekend and leave. Life was moving pretty good, until I got a random call from my cousin, Tasha, 27 female. A little background story. Tasha's always been a bit of a nutcase, even when we were kids. Constant drama, always lying, stealing little things, blaming others. My mom once said Tasha could smash a glass and somehow make it someone else's fault. And as we got older, the rumors about her got worse. She going around town with sketchy guys, party scenes, possibly drugs, nothing confirmed, but nobody's shocked. We barely talk unless it's at a family event, and even then, I keep it short. So we were on the phone, and after 2 minutes of fake small talk, she then says she broke up with her boyfriend, and she figured she'll just stay at my place for a while. Like a few months, just until she gets things together. She said it like she was inviting herself to dinner. No please, no do you mind, just I'll be there. I said no, nicely at first. I told her the guest room isn't for long-term stays and I need peace to work from home. That's when she started getting nasty. She said I was acting all high and mighty because I bought a house, like that makes me better than everyone. I still stood my ground. A few days later, my aunt, not even her mom, just one of those older relatives who tries to play peacemaker, called me and said,
"You know, it wouldn't hurt to help her out. She's still family."
I told her flat out, I've seen Tasha move in with people before. It's never been a few months. She comes with drama, a suitcase full of bad decisions, and she never leaves unless someone threatens legal action. So no, I'm not doing it. I work too hard for my peace and my space to hand it over to someone who's always been bad news. She can figure it out, just not in my house. The family members that do feel entitled to stay with you just because you're family and expect you to bend over backwards, that's not exactly how family works, especially in a case like this where you hardly ever see that family member. Once again, it kind of goes back to the last post where these entitled people make life decisions and expect other people to pay for them. And our final one is from Mr. Coco1234. So this has been bugging me for a while and I need to vent. People from my culture may relate. My wife's uncle has somehow made it his life's mission to critique every single woman who marries into the family. Not in a, oh, he gives advice way. No, he straight up monitors people. If a wife isn't cooking enough, dressed modestly enough, serving her in-laws daily, or being the picture-perfect housewife by his outdated standards, he makes snide comments or lectures them, like he's running a finishing school for the 1950s. It's always subtle at first.
"Oh, you don't cook every day?"
Or,
"Back in our time, women didn't talk like that."
But then it escalates. If someone has a career or speaks their mind or, God forbid, doesn't cater to their in-laws 24/7, he claims they're single-handedly destroying family values. He once even said that a wife
should be grateful her husband allows her to work.
And if people push back or ignore his judgment, he sulks. Full-on cold shoulders, guilt-tripping, acting all hurt like he's the victim. He absolutely despises his sister's daughter-in-law, who is an engineer at a reputable company, earns shitloads, stays long hours, and visits her family for the weekend, which doesn't align with his vision. But then, here's the kicker. He still expects to be invited to every wedding, dinner, and get-together like he didn't just alienate half of the family with his behavior. You could invite him 15 minutes before the event, and he will be there. At one event, he claimed that giving the new generation a high-quality education is why nobody's having kids, and everyone is working too much. This is coming from a guy that stayed in one company for 40 years, never planned for his family's future, never properly educated his kids, and is now mooching off his poor son that's paying for the entire household of 10 people. Everyone sees it. Everyone complains about it behind closed doors. But no one wants to be the one to cause drama because people would justify that he's old, so he keeps getting away with it. And honestly, it just makes every gathering a little more exhausting. I feel in some ways, somebody like this, that's just completely trapped in their ways, you probably can't get through to them. The only way you can probably do anything is to stop letting them constantly get away with it and justifying it. But at the same time, I fully understand where OP's coming from, not wanting to cause drama. Alright, that's enough entitlement for the day. Well, that wraps up this episode of Entitled People. If you liked the video, please drop a like, share my content on all of your social media, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload, and drop a comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm and helps new people find my channel. Thanks for watching, thanks to my patrons and super thanks contributors. Have a great day and stay safe out there.